Hello, welcome to King Channel TV. In this we will look at the issues surrounding the death of Breonna Taylor and the federal indictment of the police officers killing her. On March 13, 2020, Breonna Taylor, a 26-year-old Black American woman, was fatally shot in her Louisville, Kentucky apartment. At least 7 police officers forced entry into her apartment as part of an alleged investigation into drug dealing operations. Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, was inside the apartment with her when the plainclothes officers knocked on the door and then forced entry. The officers said that they announced themselves as police before forcing entry, but Walker said he did not hear any announcement. He thought the officers were intruders and fired a warning shot at them. One officer was hit in the leg. 3 officers, Jonathan Mattingly, Brett Hankison, and Miles Cosgrove, fired 22 shots in return, hitting Taylor with 6, killing her. Walker was not hurt. This is according to the police. Taylor's home was never searched. Walker was charged with assault and attempted murder of a police officer, but the charges were dismissed with prejudice 12 months later. On September 23, a state grand jury indicted Hankison on 3 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment for endangering Taylor's neighbors with his shots. On October 2, 2020, recordings from the grand jury investigation into the shooting were released. On March 3, 2022, Hankison was acquitted. Cosgrove was determined to have fired the fatal shot that killed Taylor. Mattingly, Cosgrove, and Hankison were not directly charged in Taylor's death. 2 of the jurors released a statement saying that the grand jury was not presented with homicide charges against the officers. Several jurors have also accused Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron and the police of covering up what happened. The killing of Taylor by white police officers and the initial lack of charges for her death led to numerous protests that added to those across the United States against police brutality and racism. When a grand jury did not indict the officers for her death, further civil unrest ensued. On August 4, 2022, the United States Department of Justice indicted current and former Louisville police officers on federal charges in relation to Breonna Taylor's death. Let's take a look at these federal indictments.
Earlier today, I spoke with the family of Breonna Taylor. This morning, they were informed that the Justice Department has charged 4 current and former Louisville Metro Police Department officers with federal crimes related to Ms. Taylor's death. Those alleged crimes include civil rights offenses, unlawful conspiracies, unconstitutional use of force, and obstruction offenses. I'm going to begin today by discussing the civil rights offenses that stem from the falsification of a search warrant. We allege that these offenses resulted in Ms. Taylor's death. These charges focus on the conduct of the Louisville Metro Police Department's Place-Based Investigations Unit. In the first indictment filed today, we allege that in early 2020, that unit was investigating suspected drug trafficking in the west end of Louisville. On March 12, 2020, officers from that unit sought 5 search warrants they claimed were related to the suspected drug trafficking. 4 of those warrants targeted properties in the west end where that activity was allegedly occurring. A 5th search warrant was for Breonna Taylor's home, which was approximately 10 miles away from the West End. The federal charges announced today allege that members of the Place-Based Investigations Unit falsified the affidavit used to obtain the search warrant of Ms. Taylor's home, that this act violated federal civil rights laws, and that those violations resulted in Ms. Taylor's death. Specifically, we allege that Ms. Taylor's Fourth Amendment rights were violated when defendants Joshua Janes, Kyle Meany, and Kelly Goodlatte sought a warrant to search Ms. Taylor's home knowing that the officers lacked probable cause for the search. We allege that the defendants knew the affidavit in support of that warrant contained false and misleading information and that it omitted material information. Among other things, the affidavit falsely claimed that officers had verified that the target of the alleged drug trafficking operation had received packages at Ms. Taylor's address. In fact, defendants Janes and Goodlatte knew that was not true. We allege that the defendants knew their actions in falsifying the affidavit could create a dangerous situation, and we allege these unlawful acts resulted in Ms. Taylor's death. The charges announced today also allege that the officers responsible for falsifying the affidavit that led to the search took steps to cover up their unlawful conduct after Ms. Taylor was killed.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share the video. Also subscribe to King Channel TV. Have a great day.